Zero in on this so you can see what I do with my winding checks. I really don't do anything special. A lot of people spend a lot of time working on it, but I have a more simplistic approach to the winding check area, and that's why I put a nice winding check on. Nice anodized gold winding check versus just a black rubber. So what I keep doing is just working this finish to build a ramp. Then I'll smooth out the lower areas. I'll let that sit on there for a little bit. I want the air bubbles to rise to the top. If they don't, then I'll have to go in and dig at them a little bit with the flame torch, but I'm going to go over this whole area that I've just done with a torch anyway to start leveling out the finish. One thing I will do when I do this is put the cup underneath. You can see I just keep hitting it until the bubbles disappear, but you don't want to hit it so much that the finish falls off. And you can see it's running, and it just stayed on the rod. So I'll go up to another area, hit this with the torch, and then come back to that in a couple minutes when it cools down. This will get it a nice level finish and make the rod look very nice. It'll give it some pop. You can see when I go up and down, that means that I've found a spot that I've hit and I'm concentrating on that line. When I'm going back and forth, you'll see little dots come up and disappear off the top of the finish, and that's those bubbles that are escaping from the finish. And I just keep going over it until I feel that it's good and I'm not seeing any more air bubbles escaping from the finish. Go over those guide feet real good, especially with the black thread. Normally I don't have that issue, but that's keeping this place clean. So go over any areas that you missed. I missed one right here. This is the part of the process where I just take my time and keep adding where it's needed, getting everything nice and level. You've put so much time into building the rods, you need to make sure that you get the last couple steps absolutely right, because if you don't, it'll have lasting effects. The finish will be nasty to everybody that sees it, or if you take a shortcut on the next step and you glue the unibutts in properly, you're going to get a bad reputation when the rod breaks when they're fighting a fish. So you just really need to watch it and pace yourself. You're getting close to the end zone, but you can't rush it. So I'm going to keep going up the rod, and I'll come back and do a couple more guides with you, but it's the same process all the way up the rod from here on out. And this is the same process that I use for every rod that I do. So even including covering the winding checks, just a different shape grip. But I'll keep going all the way up the rod and getting this finished nice and smooth, and then letting it spin overnight to dry. Then tomorrow night I will put the unibutts on. So stay tuned. We're getting close.